Hello again. This is Mike Kaler, Customer Service Manager for CE Labs. In today's tech tip, we're going to be continuing where we left off with the Layout Designer Part 2. This is the Layout Designer included with QuickSign Pro Designer 7X. So, let's get started. Okay, picking up where we left off, the next zone in our list is going to be the Table Zone. So if I drag that to the desktop and open it up, you can see that it's a very simple table. We can right click on that, go to Zone Properties, and we can set our row count and our column count. You can change the colors like you can in most of the zones, as well as your text fonts and your color of your text. It's a pretty simplistic zone. After that, we have clock. Don't forget you have to set your real-time clock, and you can see that in my first video, Getting Started. Zone properties on that allow you to select how you'd like that clock to be displayed, date and time, and you can turn lines off to where if you just want the clock only. And you can set the color of the clock just like any other zone. The next zone in the list would be current weather, and this gives you just your current weather. You right click on it, go to zone properties, you'll set your city, state, zip code, and these are major cities. So if you live in a really small town, it may or may not be there. So you'll just have to try it and see. After that, we have the weather forecast vertical, and this will give you a 3-day forecast, and it's much the same way. You need to set your city, state, zip, and then you can drag colors in to change the color to match the rest of your layout. After that, we've got our weather horizontal, and it's exactly the same as a vertical. The next zone on our list would be our text scroll zone. Unlike our previous zone, the text ticker or the text zone gives you just a static text. The text ticker actually swaps text in and out, much like pictures. This one scrolls the text, and you just click on it and you can change that text to whatever you would like. You can you need to click off of it. You can right click, go to the zone properties. You can tell it to reverse it. So if you're in a country where you have reversed language from what the US has, you can do an RSS feed and put that in there. You can tell it the speed and the increment to scroll. Once again, you can set your text colors. You can set it whether it's bold, the font, and you can set the colors and opacity, as well as setting the gradient or put an image behind it. You can add borders, corner radiuses, just like all the rest of the boxes pretty much. After that, we've got the HTML zone. This zone I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on because I'm going to do a video on the entire zone. But I just want to go ahead and touch base on what the zone is and what it does do. You can place HTML code into this box, or you can place JavaScript into this box and display it on your screen. You can tell it to update every so many minutes and scale to fit the screen or fit the box. This is great if you want to grab JPEGs off of a website, if you want to actually display a website, if you want to go out and get Google traffic, Google weather. There's just so much that you can do with this box. Create counters that count forward and backwards, days till Christmas, days since last accident. There's just a number of things that you can do with this. And you can go out and search the internet for JavaScript applets or HTML applets and paste those in here, and most of the time they'll work fine. Just be forewarned that a lot of HTML applets do use Flash, and we do not support Flash. So that is something that you have to be concerned with. Other than that, the zone properties, background are the same. You can set the color, gradient, opacity, whether it's got borders and corner radiuses and things of that nature. You can drag colors over and change it, just like all the other zones. Decorative text we've already discussed, and the last one is the tuner capture. Tuner capture can be on the screen or a video zone can be on the screen, but they can't be on the screen at the same time. And they're fairly close. If you remember back in the first video, the video capture zone, or excuse me, the video zone simply displays what's in your playlist. And you can have a tuner capture card in that playlist. But by dragging a tuner capture zone, you're controlling it directly here. So I would put in my channel number, say 14-1 here, and that would bring the tuner up in this zone. Or I can put in an RTP stream, USB capture composite, or USB capture S video with our optional video capture dongle. So that's what you can do with this. But like I said, just remember that you cannot have this zone and this zone on the screen at the same time, nor can you have two of those zones. You can only have one video zone playing at any one time. And with that, we've pretty much covered all of the zones. One thing I forgot to touch on is in the bottom right-hand corner is a little question mark, and you can click that and it brings up a help screen about that zone. And that is very, very useful. If you're not quite sure how the zone works, you can bring that up and find out exactly what you need to do. Well, I guess this wraps up the basic operations of the Layout Designer with the Layout Designer Part 2 Tech Tip. Stay tuned in some of my future videos. I'm going to go over in quite detail the HTML zone. I'm going to be doing some videos on our newest venture, and that is Python programming for the player. And then I'll be delving into some of the other stuff, some tips and tricks on using the Layout Designer and how to do some fancier things. So I hope you look forward to those, and I hope you enjoy these videos. As always, we greatly appreciate you using CE Labs products. And once again, if you have any questions, concerns, or problems, give our customer service a call at 800-767-6189, and we'll gladly assist you in any way we can. Thank you.